How will I use technology? Well, I would use technology in a way that enhances my teaching and engages my students in both history and math classes. One way I think that I can enhance my teaching with technology is to use visual tools to teach concepts. So, for example, I would use graphing tools and YouTube videos to help teach math concepts. I found that using YouTube to introduce historical events is helpful. And then even coupling YouTube videos with Edpuzzle, I found is a great way to engage the students and ask them poignant questions and getting them to discuss the material with their classmates. I also believe that students learn best when they can interact with the concepts I'm teaching and when they can work together with their classmates to collaborate and teach one another. So to do this, I would have my students utilize Google Docs to analyze historical texts I provide and then have them share their findings in the doc so that they can see what their peers are saying and help base their conclusions and things on things that their peers are talking about. I think Google Docs would also help them to work together and develop, their arguments and conclusions from the historical evidence they've reviewed and be able to form papers and their own findings. And I think that uh, creativity is a great way to solidify the concepts in a classroom. And so with the technology we have and the technology that continues to get developed, students can be more and more creative in how they demonstrate understanding of concepts that we teach in our classrooms. So like for a history class I would have my students make their own documentaries, or for a math class, I would have my students demonstrate, through making their own videos using screencast or a technology like this to show how they solve certain math problems and then share these with their peers so they can see how their peers solve the problems. Uh, and I think these are just a few of the ideas I would have for implementing technology in my teaching. But all these things I've talked about demonstrate my desire to use any tools at my disposal to help my students to learn and understand math and history. And so that's how I would use technology in the classroom.